Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there?
Yes, there is Adepti everywhere. Hello's everybody. How's everybody doing? Okay, folks, so NATLAN is here, and we got some quests to do. Now, before I actually get to it, though, I need to stop by the Adventurers Guild and collect the expedition and get that running again. I am a little bit late today for my stream. I do apologize. But there's a good reason for it. I have to go through here to get to that. I'm confused here. Did I not pass in front of it? Isn't Catherine here somewhere? There she is.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Yeah, Farazan gives me a bonus, but she's a little bit late. Why did they quest take a walk around the people of the springs? Okay. We got this. Hey, Zemina, how are you? What are you up to today?
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy.
Really?
Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually. Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
One.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Moalani!
Hey,
What
Navya
do you
fan,
need?
hellos. I don't know if you got my message
The
earlier.
team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back
I
as
sent
well?
you a hello in the game,
Kachina
but I don't
fell
know if
in
I got
battle.
you on the outside.
But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
The rite of resurrection. Who are we resurrecting?
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly.
Mistakes.
She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the
Took
Abyss
me a long
just
time
wants
to get
destroy
Navya,
everything.
but she was
Well,
worth it.
Think about all those monsters that attacked
She
your
hits
tribe.
hard.
If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
You
Relax,
finished
I
the
get it.
Archon quest? Okay, I
The
haven't
Abyss is
finished it
difficult to
yet.
understand, that's for sure.
I'm taking my
At a
time.
glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500
Yes, it
years
is
ago,
always
the
simple.
Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right?
Yeah, the Age of Chondria, which actually I didn't know much about. It's all Blastburn that taught me stuff about Chondria. But I still think it's all a fairy tale.
That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Tevat. And NATLAN was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed
Have you
little by
slept
little.
any? You finished
Our tribe's waters
everything?
were contaminated.
Dang.
The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence.
I don't
We
even know
now
what the
believe
3
the Abyss
local
has
legends
invaded the
are
Night
yet.
Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
Kazua is worth it too.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle,
Well, that's
every
good. I don't have the
sacrifice is in
patience to
pursuit of a future
100%
where
any
we get to
region.
stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in NATLAN views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. sea's not
Kachina!
going
Is
anywhere.
she coming back? I started another quest. I didn't want to start another quest. Actually, I was really lucky when I got Navia, so... Now, hopefully, I can get Mavuika and hopefully Zhongli. Okay, where are we supposed to go? Do I need to highlight this quest? No, cancel navigation, so I should be able to... Where are we supposed to go? Whoa, 900? Whoa, I thought we were gonna go fishing. I'm confused. I guess I wasn't listening much to what she was saying.
Whoa, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their
Since when
moment
does
of
Paimon
glory.
do a backflip?
Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, the commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
No,
right.
don't start.
Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the
The
singing
Ode of
starts, just follow my
Resurrection.
lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of NATLAN, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind.
I really like Mavuika's
Those
design.
who forged our own destiny and future.
Mainly just her hair.
That is NATLAN's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I want her so bad. Does anybody know in which patch is she gonna be available? .30. That's another 6 months away. Darn it. Oh well. Yeah. I'm actually surprised. I thought that NATLAN would have been a lot bigger at the reveal. It ain't that big. I still haven't explored it much, but... I really like the red, orange, and yellows.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
Because she's not the real Archon.
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did.
Yeah, they're gonna
Who's to
do
say
like
whether that little girl
Fontaine and
contributed at
reveal
all?
the bits of the map.
Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How
Okay,
dare
well,
you insult
there
a hero
are
of
on
NATLAN
my
like that?
bucket list of
Kachina
beating up.
sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down,
I used to
Mulan.
like Dane, but
There's
after
no
the
point
last
arguing with
event,
the likes of them.
I
can't just
didn't
sit
like
here
him
and let
so
them
much.
slander
I
her
don't
like
like
that.
those quests anymore.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived,
You
it must mean
agree?
she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
Well, maybe, because she
No.
does like to cry
She's
a
been
lot.
waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
Those two
That's
have
enough.
something. They did something.
There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
I'm not
What?
surprised.
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are
Who's
things
peeing
you
in their
wish to
pants
clarify,
now?
then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon.
Oh,
My friend
go right
Kachina.
ahead.
Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me.
Well,
I know you
she's
said you
extremely
were
important to
investigating
you.
the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation.
Can I join the
So,
investigation?
What do you say?
Of course I'll join.
Yes,
that
because this
case,
is Fontaine
come see
all
me in the
over
speaker's
again.
chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat.
He's like me?
Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony.
Came all this way here to
If there are
talk to
no
her, and he's
further
always
questions,
surprised. What? You
let's
want to talk
part
to
for
me?
now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
Yeah,
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Dang, everybody's here. Okay.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of NATLAN, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her.
What
There's
happened
been
to her?
unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
Okay, so how do we
How
go to
long
the
will that
Night
take?
Kingdom?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend NATLAN. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we
Well,
sat
she's not the
down
real
together,
Pyro
exhausted
Archon,
from
but has
training,
she ever brought
she
anybody
would
else
always
back
hum
to
the
life?
Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great
I
deal
really
to
like
me,
her
Mualani.
hair.
Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible.
Can I have
would
hair
give
like
you
that?
peace of
Except for
mind
this
if I
little
could.
thing up here on the top here. That's not cool.
But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel.
I hate him.
But we need to understand it if we
I
want to
hate his
approach this
pixelated
rationally.
pet.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. but I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll
Nope,
need
but
time
let's
to
do it.
figure out
We
the
can do
best
it.
approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
No, it didn't.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
Yes.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
Yes.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before.
Wow, that was deep.
That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed.
Can I
You
have
can
my
focus all your
pyro
efforts on dealing
powers?
with
Why
the
don't
sacred
we
flame.
have pyro
I will go
powers?
search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Nope,
Kachina's
let's go in
waiting
her
for us
place.
to rescue her. That's all that matters.
No.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Oh,
Trevor,
bummer.
what do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Night Wind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
Easy peasy. It's only gonna take us 8 hours. We can do this.
Souls? Can we even go there?
Under
No.
normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared?
Paimon's the only one that's not going,
You're going,
I hope.
Traveler. Paimon's going too.
No.
Lolly of the Masters of the Night Wind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you NATLAN's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Not really. We had to kill all the other Archons.
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
Actually, no, we need to
Ideally,
talk about
this
it
would be
now.
the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
No,
I almost forgot.
I'm here to find my
Ataya was
sister and
wounded
rescue
in the
my
fight against the
sister,
Abyss.
who doesn't want to
She
be
wanted us to give
rescued
this to you.
and doesn't want to have anything to do with
Embodies
me.
fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Ataya a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to NATLAN, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No.
Yes, we can.
If the public learned that NATLAN's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of NATLAN's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yeah, start throwing people in it.
Yes. Come with me.
They're gonna resurrect the dragon, aren't they? All we need is a fire-breathing dragon and we'll be all good.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of NATLAN's stability. So until our
I
heroes
really like
are
her
ready,
hair.
I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Awesome.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
El Capitano? No, regular Fatuis. Oh, no, it is El
The Archon
Capitano.
of NATLAN. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for NATLAN. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
She's not gonna be strong enough. She's not the real Archon. She can nuke? What's her off-field pyro present? By the way, people, I have some bad news concerning El Capitano. Rumors are he will not be a playable character. Really?
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Can I do it?
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
So,
I never
how is
imagined
she
someone could
able to
match
take
you in
on the
combat.
Fatui?
If the
If
Tsaritsa
she doesn't have
sent
the
him here,
Gnosis, then she's not the
why
real
would he bring up
Archon.
what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about NATLAN?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Nightwind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Nightwind and look into
presence
who could have
within
aided the
him.
captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you
What's
still
with
intend
these
to...
names? Nani?
Yes. But fear not.
I hate these names that Hoyoverse keeps coming up with.
NATLAN's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
I don't want hair like that. Because, you know, I got no hair.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We got this. Although I'll probably be screaming and rage quitting all along, but...
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
She might.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Paimon really hopes nothing goes wrong.
Well, everything always goes wrong, Paimon. Otherwise it wouldn't be an adventure, right? Don't worry, we got Navia here. Where am I supposed to be going?
What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill-seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yungasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yes. I actually wanted to not only jump on a bungee without a bungee, also wanted to jump off a plane without a parachute.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
And somebody actually told me that they would let me do it, but I just never got around to do it. Probably a good thing.
Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
To
My
save
friend
the world.
Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
I'll go alone then.
The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay?
Yay, we got
It's
the
not like we have
stone.
a spare.
Thank you.
Now we just need the nuts.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the
Quichi,
past.
is that how you pronounce
Oh,
this?
you're the
Man,
younger
I
sister?
really hate these names.
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts, and the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river, but the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Fatui.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout
Oh,
from our
no,
tribe.
not Vichama. Anybody but
He's got a
him.
keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
No, I don't.
Bichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops.
All right,
Follow the
we're
path
gonna
that
have to
way.
climb.
I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for
Oh,
him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
it obviously won't until the end.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah, that must be him! Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Oh, girls are gonna go gaga for him with his nice voice.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom?
Well,
How
we
is that
can.
impossible?
Well, you'll
No,
see. Join
if you
us.
think about
You'll
it,
find out.
anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
you okay? You don't look so good.
He doesn't want to go there.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After
Yes,
I
let's
help
get
you
rid of
find Kachina's
Paimon.
ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Really?
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
I don't.
Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
First things first,
we're
let's do
agreed.
one mission at
Can I
a
have a look
time.
at
We
the
can
stone?
always go back and get his friend later on. Like, maybe his friend is supposed to be there.
I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an
Yes,
open
I love
area
their
and start
names.
setting things up.
Not
In the
complicated
meantime,
at all
I
to
need you to
remember.
get 2 things for me.
Or
We'll
even
go
to
right
pronounce.
away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does
That
that
would be
work when
fun.
one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see.
So if
What
I
about
pluck
the
a
second
feather
thing you
out of a
Right. I need
a bird,
No,
does that mean I
2
can create
chunks
an
of obsidian.
angel?
Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place
I
to store
hate
them.
these stories.
Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
A traveling merchant. Oh boy.
All right,
Okay.
let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
Yes, you might.
What do you think, Chaska?
Go ahead, Chaska. Go with him.
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
What?
I
Never trust
appreciate it,
nobody.
Even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
That's our only way of getting to her, and if he runs off with it... Does nobody remember the thing that we had to do on
He seems so
Li
defeated,
Wei's
but also really invested in the stone at the same
challenge
time.
of the super fighter to get to
don't have any more insight
Inazuma, and the
than you,
guy just
Paimon.
runs away with the
Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina.
vision.
We're coming for you.
Nobody remembers. Okay, now where do we go? I am not liking this place. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Anything interesting here? Nope, just carrots and wheat. Ooh! And a donut. Haven't seen a donut in a long time.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total. Deal?
Deal.
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Let me guess, he's gonna be right here next to her. Good.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
I don't trust them.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just...
That's
I could tell
okay if we
Bichama feels
can't
the same way
bring
about his friend
Paimon,
that
we
I
can
do
leave her
about Kachina.
behind.
I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Magical.
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't
20,000.
shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both.
No, I
Here
don't
you
like
go.
Paimon.
By the way,
I
heard
really
you mention
don't.
Bichama just now. You running an errand for him then?
It was just a lazy way for the developers, instead of having two voice actors, one to do Lumine, the other to do Aether, to just have one character do all the voice lines. But her voice is really annoying.
While I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Bichama and Malko grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together. Malko was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Bichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage, and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Bichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just... Malko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far
Hey,
exceeded
Heiser
anyone's
Gamer, how are you
expectations.
this evening?
The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught.
They
Bichama
fell to
went
the
into a
onslaught.
deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past. But the shadow of Malko's death hangs over him still.
I forgot to make myself a
The Abyss
coffee.
has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But... anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate it.
No one can catch me.
Oh,
Okay, sorry. Got up to make myself a cup of coffee. It's over. Okay, now where do I have to go? Oh, how do we get up there? Ooh, luckily, I got this teleport yesterday. NATLAN quests really take you a lot of time, but I don't. Is it worth it or no? Because I'm just skipping. Well, some of it is. Obviously, Mavuika's story is kind of worth it. Her scenes. She is kind of mature-ish, so I kind of like that. Oh, I just need to find a way to climb all the way up here. Whoa! How is it that we can't stand on these things? Oh man, this is not good. How is it that we can't stand on these things? Okay.
Sorry, partner.
That is so not cool. They killed my Navia. Hey, can I play a trick on everybody? Ta-da, everybody. Don't need to look for me. I'm right here. People don't need to look for me no more. I'm right here. So is the quest like considered completed if I do this way? Oh, it's almost dark? Okay, well, I need to change this then. Because I can't see anything. Okay, so I should be able to land on it, right? And not go through it again. Yes, I know, I'm cheating.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor.
Sorry, I was just got up to get my cup of coffee. That dialogue wasn't too long.
Go ahead.
No. Why do I need to ask a question?
Yes. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
Yep.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and
Oh,
I promised each
that
other,
makes sense.
even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
What? What do I have to collect now? Darn it.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Cool. Let's fight.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
I should have covered my ears when I saw the flash.
Whoa. Okay. Need my big thumbs.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Illusion shattered!
Shower me with praise! Let the world fly! Hiya, watch out!
This is where I regret not having Yao Yao.
Torn to oblivion!
Yeah, she's really worth it.
Shine
Just
down.
like Navia is worth it.
Coming at ya! A proper send-off from the Stina Lithna! Now you shall perish! Illusion coming at ya!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Keep hitting the wrong keys. Oh, I can change? Okay, good. Perfect, because I don't want her. I just need her to climb.
I'll take good care.
There we go. Now we got this.
Vichama!
I double crowned her. Congrats. Yeah, Kazu was really worth it too. Although I think
Quick, take it.
that Navia is actually possibly worth it more than Kazuha.
I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
Yes, good. I want the Abyss.
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should
No,
have died
continue.
5 years ago. I just need a little more time.
Yes.
Please, I'm almost there.
You can do it. I'll help you buy some time. Yes, I can do this.
Thank you.
Watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
Yeah, but I'm stronger. That's because I don't have my pyro powers. I took it all. I can swallow it.
Power. Hanging in there?
I can't hold them back much longer. We're running out of time. We're not.
No! Why can't I find him? Why?
That's why I said let's start with her.
Pull him away from the stone, Mualani. I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Sea Lolly.
Get back!
Doo-doo-doo.
Wait!
Ooh, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I want Zhongli and I want Mavuika.
What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker's stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control.
But I'm not
Only
sure
way to stop
Zhongli's
it
gonna
was to
get a
destroy it.
rerun.
You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but that's normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Well, he's not as worth it as
Okay.
he used to be,
I'll be more
but yeah,
careful
he's
next time.
still definitely
At
worth it.
least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still...
Yeah, but that's why we should have started with our friend
And
before
now-
doing your friend, because your friend didn't have much
It's
chance
too late to
anyways.
save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
You already have one of his best in slots, one of those staffs.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
No, we need to go and find our friend. Time is running
It
out.
looks like something's glowing.
Yes, we got
This
this.
is...
This is his name. Doo-doo-doo. Can we go into the night realm now?
Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be
Skip the
thankful for.
dialogue. Okay. 80 pulls after the lost 50-50 on Zhongli. Dang.
Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain.
Malko was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory, just for all these years...
Okay, skip.
I'm fine.
Because this
You
has
asked
nothing
for
to
my
do
help,
with
but
our friend that we're
Once
looking
allowed
for.
to fester, guilt strips us of... If I could do it that way, even at our critical juncture, that's something...
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to him, though. Just speaking from
Okay.
experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start.
What? We got her
Let's
name
get
too?
Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyneth the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the spirit speaker stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
Well, actually, no. He won't understand. Girls are so emotional.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think
Yep,
you know
snacks are
exactly
good.
what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Tosca for a few minutes. You come with me.
Uh-oh. Seems like the younger you are, the more in power
I'll be
they
just a
put you.
moment.
Who was that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related
Chewy.
by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo source. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Oh, man.
I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. Eventually,
Okay,
she
I
found
don't want to
sounds
know
like
all
she
of this.
still
I just
argues-
want to save our friend,
Oh, I get
who I
it.
don't really care for,
No
by the
wonder you
way.
tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom.
Does anybody like this
Chaska
Geo
even said
character
that
that
wasn't
they
like
gave
you.
us? The 4-star
I'm all
one?
for
The one that we're
adventure.
trying to save here?
You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to...
Yeah, I know there's a lot to do. I've been waiting for 6 months to have quests to do.
You have 1 minute
I'm gonna
to
take my
explain
time doing them, honestly, folks.
I don't have anything to say.
Otherwise, I'll be like
have to
Navia
approve,
fan
but
and
you should
within
know I
2
only
days
do
of the
what's
release
necessary.
be done with it.
That attitude is
Explored
exactly the
everything to
problem.
100% and
Like
then
you
not
don't
have anything to
care.
do
You
until
try to sneak off to
Shiznaya
the
comes
Night
out.
Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
For me, Mualani most and Kachina. Yeah. I'm not even convinced Mualani
didn't
does
we?
much.
There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something
I think
urgent, you can
Farina's
only
better
engage in
than
level 2 danger
Mualani.
and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely but a trip to the...
What do you mean, sneak into the...
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop...
You feel like he went back on his
Why
word.
does she have a heart on
What
her
if I told you my
t-shirt?
mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that. I'm a doctor.
Why does she have
and
elf
I handle
ears?
logistics. If you're
Has
going to
anybody
waltz
noticed
into a
she's got
dangerous
elf
situation
ears?
where you could lose control at
I
any
just
moment,
noticed it.
It's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
You... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this...
Yeah, I already have a DPS Hydro.
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
I'm not missing any Hydros. That's why I'm not really feeling it for
You need to know
Mona.
something. What happened to Kachina was
But I don't
actually my
like
fault.
Kaching either, so...
I can't leave her there to die. That's
I
not
want
who I am.
Cookie.
But the person person you
Cookie
become when you
Schnubu.
lose control. That's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals.
I've also told you
Aw,
that
man.
managing your condition is equally important.
It
Sometimes
doesn't
you have to
even
make
seem real,
sacrifices.
this argument. You
Alright,
should hear
let's
the arguments
stop this
between
here.
me and my
If we
sister.
keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
I haven't picked anybody yet, but if I needed to pick
sounds
somebody,
like
it
a
would be
threat to me.
Kaching. Because I don't have any Electros. Okay, I have Shogun.
Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
And I guess the other one I
So,
have is
You're really going to go,
Fischl.
no matter what I say?
But I need Cookie Shinubu.
I'm supposed to be your sister.
I need a healing Electro
I'll be back.
that
All you
does
have to
good
do is wait.
dendro damage.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn
And
annoying?
a lot of people don't like Chaska either.
You two are something
In the
else.
polls, she's not a
Something you
favorite.
wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure
Yeah,
are
I'm thinking of
similar.
Cha-Ching too, just because I need Electro, but I don't want to spend
You know,
all my
I
gems
said
on
that
her
very thing to Kuichi
and
not too long
then
ago.
get Cookie
She
and not have
reacted the
anything to
exact
level
same
her
way,
up.
down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the spirit
Well,
speaker
Venti's
stone,
a bow
you might as well
character and
hand
he's
it
an
over.
emo and he's actually
According
quite
to
good.
Kenichi, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Lion.
But it makes sense that people don't like bow
It might be in a
characters,
few more
so
pieces than you remember.
I used to love Amber. Columbina is not gonna be around
I see.
until Shijnaya.
Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still,
You heard
Sitlali's
she
going
can
to be a
change her
nightmare to
elements?
deal with now that you've broken her
Wow, that would
stuff.
be new to the game.
I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
Yeah, I heard that Columbina is not coming until Shijnaya. And I heard that El Capitano is not even gonna be playable. Well, those were rumors that you heard that she was coming in 5.6. And she's gonna be around in the story, but we won't get to pull for her. It's like Mavuika, we have to wait until 5.3 to get her. And apparently Columbina is only gonna be on the banner once we get to Shijnaya. The good news is that NATLAN is only supposed to be like 5.7 patches. And when we get to 5.8, it'll be Shijnaya 6. So there's not going to be like a 5.8, 5.9. It's going to go from 5.7 to 6. Yeah, the rumors were going all around, but apparently none of it is true. I think it's MiHoYo that's just checking out what would be popular to put on banners to make the most money. And I guess a lot of people were not interested in Columbina, so they're pushing her back.
We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. let me give you the condensed version.
Fatui showed up, beat the crap out of them. They gone for now.
Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you
Yeah,
need to
there's
do
always
is
a lot of
focus on
rumor
the goal.
mills.
You can leave the complicated
Back in the
matters
day,
to me.
6 months ago, it was pretty trustworthy.
There's a
Up
limit to
until
what I
they
can
started
accomplish,
telling
but I'll
everybody
help
that
you
she
however
knows
I
it was
can.
gonna get a rerun, and she never did get a
There's no
rerun.
need to be so modest, Yon-san. Your incredible
And now we're
strength
going
has
into
long been a
Farina's
well-known
third
fact.
run,
You're the pride of your
so
tribe.
Archon,
they're just gonna try to sell
I'm
the
sorry about
top
before.
selling characters to make
You
as
have
much
so
money
much
as
on
they
your plate.
can.
So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus
It's
on my
even
own
Bennett's
feelings.
4th
You have nothing
run on the
to be
banner
sorry about. We all
since
get
the year
overwhelmed by our
began.
emotions, myself included. Your
And you
reaction
can even
to
buy
Kachina's
them in the shops,
disappearance,
so why do they keep
understand
putting
that feeling
crappy
very well.
4-star
Well,
characters
now
now?
that we have
They're never
Kachina's
giving us
ancient
any
name,
good 4-star
let's go track her
characters.
down. Follow me.
I really like Mavuika. I should listen to her more often. Ooh, this looks shady.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Yes.
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Exactly.
Whoa,
I understand
I've
it.
never
It's a
seen this place
business,
before.
but
there's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe.
you know, when you got
Collecting
100
them must have taken
characters
a
in
lot
the
of effort.
game, let people
I
have whatever they
suppose you
want.
could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In NATLAN, everyone grows up listening
If they
to
gave
the
everybody
stories
a
of
banner,
heroes,
that's the best
and
way to
physical
make money,
items do a
because
far better job of preserving
people would
those
just
stories
vote
than
for
our own
the pull for
memory.
the characters that they want.
Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Alright, we'll have a look.
I don't want to do this.
There are so many jars and potions around here.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what you really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Turn to wine. You know what, though? I kind of wish that they would have used Candace's voice to voice Mavuika. Not that her voice is bad or that the voice actor's bad. I just think that I would have preferred a more calming, soothing...
This is Atea.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Whoa, this weapon is huge! Which tribe belong to?
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single tribe. That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been exiled.
Exiled?
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle, and there was no one more courageous or resolute than him. He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished, and because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him back. And so, he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors and civilians who lost their lives, buried in the soil of his native land.
Wow. He sounds like a true hero.
Indeed. Even now, his story is told throughout the land.
Let's do it. Let's get to it. I just wanted to hear her talk a little bit.
So let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of NATLAN's culture now?
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like NATLAN's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
I hate Paimon so much.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of NATLAN across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of NATLAN. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
Most times, because she doesn't have a brain.
It's alright. I'd never get upset over something
She's
like
got
that.
big diapers.
No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
I have a question. Where is her sister now? Because she did feel a presence in El Capitano. I'm just wondering, is it her sister's presence that she's feeling there?
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin.
See, we don't really know what happened to her
Mulani Chaska,
sister.
over here, please.
She must have ended
Place the
somehow
ancient
as an
name up
architect.
there, and then we'll begin.
Let's do this.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and almost killed me.
The Wyup saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of NATLAN. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and creepy here. And I want to go home. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me. I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't call it quits now!
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me. There's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Doot. Okay. I really do hate Paimon. Now where do I need to go? Do I just... What? How do I enter the underground? Oh man, can I just stay in here? I can't even jump in it. Darn it. They're so mean to me. Okay, let's do this. Finally, 6 hours later. I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to be going here. Recommended party level 90. Okay, well, we got this. I just got my Navia to 90 today. I had to go and kill a lot of fishies. Okay, funny how everybody's coming in here, but I'm just with my own party. I thought I would be able to play all of them. Maybe in different
So we're
phases.
underneath NATLAN right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, NATLAN was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But
Since
with the recent
Condria.
increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
Yes, it is.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
I wish we would have left
course.
Paimon
I'm eager to get
behind.
started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Like, I think the dialogue overall would be a lot better if she wasn't putting her words in every 2 seconds. It's like the story gets me, I get into the story and every time Paimon talks, it takes me out of it.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that didn't
that
work
goes
out too
without
well,
saying.
did it?
But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of NATLAN's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might not see
What?
eye
I
to
can't
eye.
climb this? What is going on here? Okay, well, let's just fall down again then. Ooh, treasure. What? How did I make it here then? I don't think this will work out, honestly. So it has to be something else that I need to do. Okay, well that didn't work out too... Okay. Okay, well, I don't know how that happened, but whatever.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Do I need to transform back, or will it automatically do it? There we go.
Shine down! Strike a pose! Let my name echo! Don't be scared! Hey there! Coming at you! There is no escape! Let the world collide! Hey, go away!
Treasure.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Shine down! Shower me with praise! Coming at ya! Attack! Time to shine! Go get it, you
I mean, it's cool that they have this thing. I'm just not sure that I like it yet.
Watch out! Coming at ya! There is no escape! How dare you! Stay put! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks. Watch out! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Strike a pose! Let my name echo the song! Ready, go! Don't be scared!
Treasure. I like treasure. Treasure's good.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must
Are we
be
there
the
yet?
entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
Push her through. Push her.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
See, I would really like these stories if Paimon didn't talk so much.
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Finally.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward,
This feels like
everything
the
we know about the
chasm.
real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You really think that little of Paimon? That's not
Yes,
even why
leave.
Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This
Easy
light is streaming in
peasy.
from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Quick, get back here. You can stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. Keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Hey there!
more monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Stay put! Hey, go away!
Hey there! Coming at ya! Time to shine! Hey there! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Watch out! Ha! Ah!
You, Blake! You're up! Ready, go! Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
Nope.
What? Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Yes, it was.
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Kachina! We got you. Fuzzy logics. She was supposed to stay hidden. She's in the wide open there. We got this.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it!
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
Oh no!
Hey there! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Let the world fly! Don't be scared! Ah! Here goes!
Coming at ya! Fire! You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! It almost caught me a bunch of times. The Wyab's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Atta girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Wyab with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyatt. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyatt can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyatt can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wyatt to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wyatt and leave this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No,
Yes, I would agree. Go back with Paimon, let us deal with it.
I'm listening to that nonsense. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Besides, listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y-Up. Not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss Monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Well, until they do.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyatt! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you.
It's a trap.
Wyatt, can you hear me? Wyatt?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Y-Up from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
Ooh.
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried
This'll
to
be
get in my
fun.
way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No, the power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all.
I agree.
The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, it comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you!
There aren't many in NATLAN who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
From the ashes to this
Amazing! Action at the flame! Right here! Clear the area!
The time for my coming!
Woohoo! Need a surfboard? Let's ride! Surf's up! Let's shred, Sharky!
What was Navia doing there?
We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? What's happening? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of NATLAN.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayub. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save NATLAN from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for NATLAN. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Milani?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save NATLAN started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wayub first. Okay, that should be enough. Wayub? Wayub? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wayub.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save NATLAN on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wayub, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for
Well, this one wouldn't be so bad
We'll never make it!
if Paimon would just not talk.
You've done well. Now come home.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if Paimon didn't talk at all. If she wasn't there at all, it'd be a much better story. But it is a children's story.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide NATLAN's ultimate fate.
Yay! And these people got much stories to talk about with you. No kidding. It's crazy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wasn't there a hilichurl that was here earlier? But in any case, I'm not going to do the entire story. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. Otherwise, like you folks, I'd have nothing to do in 2 or 3 days. And then I'd complain that I have no quests. Which, now I have a lot of quests. But yeah, every time Paimon talks, it just takes me out of the story. It's really bad. Yeah, I know it's long. It's okay though, because I do enjoy these things. I would just like it a lot more if Paimon wasn't around. I mean, the story is already written for kids, But the fact that Paimon talks every minute just makes it that much worse. Ooh, I got 61. I need to go to a crafting station. Make some condensed for tomorrow's. But I still got 20, so what can I do with 20? Should I go and do a ley line? Or should I just let it continue for tomorrow? And I probably should wait until tomorrow. No, well, I don't need the ley lines because they gave us a lot of monies. So I'm back up to 3 million. Well, 2.7. Close enough. They haven't, because I did 3 domains today.
Where we go? As long as
I did a lot more. I was working on her talents today and got 12 books. It didn't give me any double drops. I also went for her artifacts today. It did not give me double drops. So that was last week and the week before. But I haven't gotten any double drops today. Well, it depends. If your friend hasn't played for, I think it's 16 days. Then there is a thing that you can get double rewards. But you have to have not played for 16 days. But I did the domains 3 times. I did the talents 3 times. I did her artifacts 3 times. Didn't get anything good. Didn't get any double drops or anything like that, so. But I do know that if you haven't played in 16 days, there's a comeback thingy that gives you double rewards. So that's what that sounds like. But, oh well, I think Navia fan left. Or fell asleep, I don't know. But in any case, folks, I'm gonna be calling it a night here. I do have to go and watch The Rings of Power Season 2 to do reviews. I know it's gonna be really bad. By the way, I did make a review of Snowpiercer. It came out tonight. I do hope that you go and check it out and leave a like on the video, because I worked really hard all day today on it. So just leave a like on the video. That would help it out a lot.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo.
Thank you, everybody, especially you, Zer. Unfortunately, Navia left, but I was happy to see them again this evening. I haven't seen Navia fan in a very long time, and they stayed quite a long time tonight. So hopefully we see them more. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Nighty nights.